Oh, I guess nobody has nothing to say then.
Possibly
Well,
not
it's like
yet.
it's the logo.
Oh. Oh, look, it's Golden Axe.
Yay! An
Golden
opportunity.
Axe!
An opportunity
Oh, wait a
to talk
minute,
about
this
Golden Axe.
This is not Golden Axe.
This is
by the
Sega
way.
Superstars Tennis.
Yes,
Golden Axe
but
theme.
it's featuring
I would
Golden
like
Axe.
to take a moment to introduce the two of you.
Okay, sure.
Okay, with me today are co-commentators. Shall I use your nicknames or pseudonyms?
Just, you know, whatever.
Alright.
Whatever.
With me is my friend Pete from college.
Hi.
Haven't seen you in years, not properly anyway.
No.
And my friend Chris from America.
Yay!
Both of whom's channels will be in the video description. Okay.
Hey.
Right.
Nice.
Although this is the Golden Axe themed world, you're actually playing a tennis challenge in like the House of the Dead themed level
Yeah,
for
because
some
that
reason.
is really related to Golden Axe.
Absolutely. Like the two of them are directly related.
Yeah, I thought it was direct sequels.
Yeah.
It would be great if they both happened in the same universe. If Sega
It would
just
be
retconned. It's entirely
So,
possible.
I tell you what, right? Sega should really. They've got like a really good game on their hands, like that House of the Dead stuff. Like, you know, remember the what was it? That Grindhouse one. I think.
Overkill.
Yeah, that was so good.
It was very good. I played through recently Typing of the Dead Overkill on PC, which has the full House of the Dead mode in it.
Yeah.
So good. So good playing through that again. And the director's cut content is hilarious.
Awesome.
Like the extra levels as well, where you're playing as Vala, are pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Golden Axe.
Golden Axe, yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any fond memories of Golden Axe?
Well, I'm still kind of distracted by the House of the Dead that's going on right now, and I'm thinking about how cool it would be if you were playing House of the Dead and then like Death Adder shows up, you know, and like
Dude.
then like yeah, right?
Death
And then-
Adder's behind the whole thing.
Oh, dude.
He planned
Right?
it.
From the beginning, from Golden Axe 1.
Oh man,
we
I
knew
could
every
just-
sequence, every series of events leading to that point.
Man,
You know?
time travel, like Tyrus Flair and the guy, whatever his name is, Steve, whatever. Just them.
Axe Battler. His name is Axe Battler.
Axe Battler. Wow.
Yeah.
Him,
he doesn't even use an axe, I know, but it's like
Him,
that's the same.
Tyrus, and
Gillian
Gilius
Thunderhead.
travel through time to chop up zombies. End
Yes.
up in the Curian Mansion. And
Yes.
there's actually been a Sega beat 'em up that's had its final stage at the Curian Mansion. Have you ever heard of Zombies Revenge?
No.
That actually
No.
had the House of the Dead, like original mansion,
Oh,
as the final level. Yeah,
I was almost
absolutely
gonna
no
swear
real
there.
connection.
I was almost going to swear there.
What about? What's got you so infuriated?
Oh no, I was I was saying how cool it was. That was all.
It's just
I was like, oh my
comfortable,
god, how cool is that? But
Yeah.
I was going to say something that was a lot more, you know, sort of rude. So, I don't want to sort of like ruin your. Like I feel like I've ruined it already. Carry on.
Why, when she hits the ball, does it make a heart shape?
Because she loves Sonic. That's it.
Such nonsense. I love it.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
What I'm not understanding though is why Amy is taking it to Sonic so hard right now.
Because I'm not so great at the game.
Oh, sorry. Nah, it's just, I mean, it's Amy, you know?
Yeah.
I guess she's good with a hammer, maybe she'd be good with a tennis racket.
Yeah, that's interesting. Why they didn't have like proper character-specific rackets. Everybody still plays with like a general tennis racket.
Yeah.
Would have been
Like,
great
you
to
could
see.
give Sonic a golden ring tennis racket.
Yeah, with the giant ring on it. Although the ball would just go straight through it. Wouldn't it?
Well, you could put the net still in there, I mean...
But then it's just a gold tennis racket, which is kind of what he's got.
Or, like, you could use, like, golden force to actually repel the tennis ball.
Or
It's a,
use
you know?
actual golden axes. You know.
Or
considering-
golden axes.
The
Where's the
interesting
golden
thing is,
axe?
well, the reason why this is set in the reason why there's a Golden Axe challenge, even though it's set in House of the Dead, is because once you beat this tennis tournament, you unlock Gilius Thunderhead as a playable character.
Right.
Why they didn't choose a character people actually like, I don't know.
Oh.
Have I just hurt your feelings? Did you like Gilius?
No,
Oh, me? It's cool. He's whatever. He's just a dwarf with an axe.
Yeah,
There's a dime a dozen.
To me, Gilius is kind of boring. I mean, I'd much rather talk about the what's her name? The centaur. What is it?
Dora? Is that her name? I think I saw that in a screenshot. You'll have to look it
Dora
up.
the Kentoride. Like, that's where it's at. Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder. That never got a console release. It's ridiculous.
what, Death Adder?
The Revenge of Death Adder.
Oh.
It was an arcade, basically the arcade proper sequel to Golden Axe. It was released in 1992. I suppose it probably didn't get an arcade release then, because there probably wasn't hardware at the time powerful enough to.
You
to
sure it
handle
didn't
a
come
home
out?
release.
You sure it didn't come out on the PS2 when they did that Sega
No,
Classics
that
release?
was terrible. I think I've got
Oh.
that here somewhere. Yeah, Sega Classics collection is on my shelf. Oh, to me that was dreadful. That
Oh,
version,
don't get me started on
that version of
collection.
Golden Axe just.
Don't get me started on collections, alright? Oh, Silent Hill HD collection. Oh.
I heard the story basically that they had lost the source code, so they had to reverse engineer the PC versions.
No, they
work on
didn't
the
even
console.
do that. No, they didn't even do that.
What
They
did
could
they
have
do?
done that. What they did right is they found a working source code, but it wasn't. It was like the one before, like it was the one with all the bugs and stuff in it.
Really?
Still, yeah. So they didn't even bother because if they
Because they probably could have reverse engineered it to work.
oh yeah,
Like from the full version. Because that's what Sega's been doing recently with anything they've released under the Blit label. It's basically reverse engineered from the full game if they don't have the source code. So stuff like their Jet Set Radio re-release and that sort of thing.
yeah. So what was it? The what is it? I'm trying to think now. There's a company out there that already does the HD remakes and stuff out there, Bluepoint, and
Bluepoint.
how they do theirs is they engineer a engine, like a workable version from the actual retail disc, but because it's like a direct rip from the disc, the sounds and stuff like that are all missing and stuff like that, but they can put all that back in. But the rest of it, like the code, the engine, everything else, it all
I'm trying to
works.
think if I played something Bluepoint recently. They did the Xbox Live Arcade version of Minecraft, right?
No. Bluepoint did the God of War,
God of War.
Kojima,
That's not what I'm thinking of.
Kojima's Metal Gear series,
Yeah, they did the Metal Gear, didn't they?
and Ico, which I still need to get.
I'm thinking they've done something else, something I've played recently. I
Yeah.
swear I played something recently and the Bluepoint logo's come up. I am going to have to search it. This is incredibly professional.
Yeah. but going back to Golden Axe though, because now we're actually going to finally talk about it.
Yeah.
Is oh balls! I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, no.
Said balls in the
I was
game.
kidding. No, when I was a kid, like I remember the first time I played it, I was in like this restaurant, and it was like one of those Wimpy restaurants. Remember
Nice.
Wimpy?
Oh man, Wimpy.
Yeah,
Old school, man.
yeah, definitely. Nobody's gonna get this at all. Wimpy.
I have seen a Wimpy recently.
Yeah, a
incredibly upmarket now.
Yeah. Like Wimpy are so weird because they don't like how they price things. They don't price them normally. They don't say £1 or two. Like say, like for example, they don't say £1.50 or $2.50 or whatever for a burger. They literally count up the entirety of the as a whole. So it will say 150p.
Yeah,
You know?
I've noticed that. Yeah.
But going back to the Golden Axe thing though, they had an arcade machine there, and it had the Golden Axe thing, and I loved playing that game, and that's what really like got me excited for it. And then when I got my first Mega Drive, my first Sega Mega Drive thing, console, I managed to get hold of a copy of Golden Axe, like the first one, and it was so cool. My brothers played it. Oh god, we just played we played the shit out of it. You know, You're gonna have to bleep that.
Nah,
And
It's going in.
yeah, keep it in. It was emotional, man. I was
Yeah.
feeling it right in the cockles of my heart. It's staying.
wow,
Wow, powerful.
it was. But yeah, so it was just like, it was just so good to play, and it really annoyed us when it got to the bit where you'd done like the first few harder levels, you know, as the thing goes up and you're in the castle and you defeat you thought you defeated the boss, and then you realise there's more, and then you got to defeat the purple versions of the enemies and the skeletons and stuff like that. They wouldn't go down.
I love it when they bring back the sub-bosses and just make harder versions of them.
Yeah, and they wouldn't go down, and it was just so annoying. It was unreal. It really was.
Streets of Rage does exactly the same thing.
Oh, yeah. So
Gilius defeated, trophy earned.
yeah.
Wow, I can't believe he was a character. I was expecting like an actual level for Golden Axe with like, you know, set pieces like the little thieves or whatever.
That would have
But
been
they
so
threw it in
good.
the-
Like, just imagine a challenge. You're hitting the little thieves and then collecting the meat and
Exactly.
the magic, and then having the
That would be
the magic to be able to pull off special moves. It
Right?
would have been so cool.
So what's this Samba? What?
Samba de Amigo. It was an arcade game released by Sega. I want to say early 2000s. 2000. Actually, it might have been a little before 2000, because I remember there being a year 2000 version of Samba de Amigo, which had more songs. It's...
Kind of reminds me of Papa the Rapper sort of art.
Yeah,
stuff.
you basically play it in the arcade with maracas. You have to stand up and shake the maracas either top, middle, or bottom, either side. And
I
you
wanna
also
say
had to
oh,
strike
good.
poses as well with them. And then they released a Dreamcast version which had maraca controllers. And one of these days I'll track it down, but it's stupid money. But one of these days. I played Samba de Amigo a lot on Dreamcast. I had a Model 1 so I could run copied games. So I had Samba de Amigo, and I had Samba de Amigo 2000, which was released in Japan and had tons more songs. And I used to play that a lot on like the Dreamcast controller. It just wasn't the same. It just didn't feel the same to me.
Oh.
Like playing DDR with a controller instead of a dance pad.
Yeah.
You know.
Playing DDR with a controller is just so weird.
So what is what is TDR in case like for people who come to this for the first time?
What are we saying? What is DDR?
Yes.
Oh,
what is
Dance
it?
Revolution.
Dance Revolution, or Dancing Stage as it was in Europe until about DDR Max 2 when they decided to keep it Dance Revolution everywhere. Don't understand the reason for the name change. Maybe they thought, oh, Dance Revolution, viva la revolution!
I
Maybe the
remember.
youth will rise up and dance crazes and take over the gun. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, probably.
I remember there's one of these Dance Revolution games, but it wasn't like the normal one either. It wasn't like where you had like the up, down, left, right sort of like dance pad. It was like side to side, like it was directional.
Oh, you mean diagonal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it
a
was
series
diagonal.
called Pump It Up.
Yeah, that was it.
The thing about Pump It Up is, like, to me, I can't play Pump It Up on the machine, but playing it with a controller feels right, which is the absolute opposite of playing DDR. Like, the way the buttons are on the PSP versions of Pump It Up, they're just perfect.
Yeah.
It's so much
I remember
fun.
playing Pump It Up with you when we was in college.
Yeah, when
that
we
was
was in
so
college.
cool.
The great thing about Pump It Up is that because it was made in Korea by a Korean company as opposed to being made in Japan by a Japanese company, DDR, they had a lot of Korean music in the game.
Yeah.
Including lots of stuff by their resident remixer, Banya, which remixed lots of classical music songs. And also, they had lots of music by famous Korean rock outfit Nova Sonic, who are amazing. And their 3 albums, funnily titled 1, 2 and 3,
Wow.
Nice.
are brilliant albums. They did a song where they sampled and reused a bit from the Buggles' The Video Killed the Radio Star, and it's just amazing.
Nice.
But yeah, Samba de Amigo, to get back on topic, is basically another one of those rhythm games, you know, from that sort of era. I would definitely say, because I've never played it with the maracas, playing it on a controller is probably better, but that's just because I've played the Wii version of Samba de Amigo, and it's horrid.
Yeah, that can't be good.
It starts out great to begin with. You've got Wiimote in left hand, Wiimote in right hand, and it's sort of working. But then the songs get faster and there's more notes. And then it sort of forgets where you're actually pointing the Wiimotes and holding them. So basically what could have been great turns out a disaster. And the thing is, you've got PlayStation Move controllers. Would it have been so bad to release a PlayStation Move version where it can actually see the dots, like the coloured lights, and give you a more accurate position? Would it have hurt to make a version like that? I would have been all over that. A proper motion control version.
I'm probably wrong in this, but like, isn't the Wiimotes their core motion technology is like based on the red light sensor, you know, the sensor bar that you have to put
when you're
up.
pointing at the TV, that's how it works out position. Otherwise, it sort of guesses Wiimote vertical and held positions based on like movement sensors inside the Wiimote, but they're not very accurate.
Not at all.
It
essentially just like takes the motion and just like, if you shake it, it counts as whatever it is that you would want to use, and that's about it. And I noticed that because I was playing boxing with a friend, and I was like, you know, boxing pose, punching, jab, dodge, all that kind of stuff, and he was just shaking the controllers. Like maracas, actually, to bring it back to Samba de Amigo. And he was beating the snot out of me because of that. Like, he was infinitely punching that I couldn't dodge any of his attacks. And I realized that the Wii motion controls are just the cheapest things you can use for motion controls.
Yeah, they are incredibly inaccurate. They really are.
So is this is the final...
Yeah, this will be the final challenge of the Samba de Amigo mode, as far as I can remember. This is a tennis match against Mimi and Ai from Super Monkey Ball, with Samba as our doubles partner.
Nice.
Samba seems pretty good here. Like, whenever the ball comes to him, he knocks it away pretty cleanly. So he's actually responsible for a few hits. He missed there. Screw you, Samba, you suck!
Yeah, I noticed him missing a couple of legit balls that he could have totally taken.
Fault.
Oh, look, again. Oh, it's so rubbish. What's going on?
That was me. How dare you?
No, it's both of you. You're both rubbish.
Yeah, neither of you went for the ball.
Terrible game.
Speaking of the ball, though, I really like how in each of these tables they make the ball a color you can see.
Yeah, they really make it stand out.
That is really cool. Like, I actually really like this game. If I wanted to play a tennis game, I think I'd buy this one.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to tennis games, in terms of accessible and most playable, it's always going to be either this or Virtua Tennis for me, because they're both based around the same idea of, oh, we want it to be fun, before it's, oh, we want it to be realistic, you know.
They're both Sega games, though, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're both very arcadey, which is why they're simpler and sort of easier to play. Because, of course, a lot of console-based tennis games that are built for console are very technical. And, you've got to serve it just right. There is a bit of that in this, but there's still a lot more freedom.
There's kind of like that in the table tennis, in the move, like the moves equivalent
of
this, and you kind of have to sort of like gear it up for a serve, and then you can go at it however you like. But other than that,
sounds awfully complicated.
Yeah, but it's fine though. It's not like that for every shot, you know. You just have to serve it, and then that's it. And then you can just go, you know, just play your arms about and make sure that you can beat the computer or your friend. Though if you've got a friend, just beat them, and then that's what you win.
You can just beat them up. Just save the video game. Just beat them up.
Take it to them.
Yeah.
Friends.
Oh my God. Yeah, friends. Who needs them?
Right.
Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
blooming useless.
Speaking of which, it's been great to have the two of you on board for this.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, I want to do it again. This time, much dangerous. No, maybe next time we'll do one where we're actually playing a game and see how far we can go with actually trying to talk and concentrating on the game.
It's much easier to talk when it's pre-recorded. I'm too busy like thinking, what am I going to do? Am I going to talk them through everything I'm doing? Right, so I'm opening up my inventory here. I'm going to select this pickaxe. I'm going to select it with shift and click. That actually puts it directly into your player hands and all this. I can't do that when I'm playing a game. It just doesn't flow for me.
Yeah, so, yeah. But yeah, I just want to come back and do it again.
Yes.
I'm definitely willing to give all people a second chance. I'm kidding, of course.
Oh.
But you know what I mean, like I don't want to kick people out after one video. It's just not fair.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, they heard it here first, people. Matt will kick people.
You will kick people after the second video.
Yeah.
Yes.
So after the second video, that's it. That's it. Your goose is cooked. You're
And unless you don't like goose, in which case you always have something else. We do chicken. In fact, we do all the white meat birds, basically. So
What the fuck
we
was
do
that?
pheasant.
Yeah.
Hold on, what happened there? The ball sort of like...
That's the monkey ball power up, because they always run in those big balls in the monkey ball games.
Yeah, but like the blue ball went all squiffy and stuff like that. And
Yeah, basically you can play with your opponent by
I call
forcing.
hacks on that. I
Basically,
call
yeah,
hacks.
it's basically super hacks. You can just play it with it turned off, but I actually rely on it from time to time to actually hit the ball properly.
All hacks.
Yeah,
Hacks.
I hacks.
Yeah, I quit. I'm not doing this anymore. See you guys later.
No, come back.
That's it. Dead. That's it. No, I'm not dead. That's it. I'm gone. Alright, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore.